Hello, welcome back to the Guiding Keys podcast. It's been a very long time for us, but not that long for you guys because I'm not good at releasing episodes in a timely manner. Hello!
Hi.
Hey.
What's a timely manner?
I don't know. What's time? What is time?
Well, generally, time is a construct invented by humanity in order to process the ever-changing nature of living.
And speaking of time, we're going to be talking about Kingdom Hearts in 2025. Because we were super wrong about Kingdom Hearts in 2024.
I demand a recount.
Listen, Clark, we all want to recount, but it's not going to happen.
Well, but, before we get into it, we have a special guest here today.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
Lakers is here.
true.
Do.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. I'm here. I'm not normally here. And anyway, we have Chappy from the Sketching Out Lorcana podcast series, whatever it is. I don't know what to call it. Is it a series?
I don't even know what it is, dude. Honestly, like...
The King of Lorcana!
From that, we have Chappy from that.
Hey, guys.
He's just around. We picked him up off the street.
Yeah, I just saw this, and I was like, hey, I'll
He
jump
walked
in.
into the studio, which is weird. We didn't have a studio until like 2 seconds ago.
Nah,
Yeah,
he's
He just
It was
won the
here.
Keyblade contest and got a perfect score.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's here because he won the Keyblade contest. Jamie, pull that video up. Put it up on the screen. I'm the one who edits these, so I'm gonna end up putting it up on the screen by the time we're done. But put it up on the screen.
And in a Keyblade Forge Keyblade contest first, a perfect score, first place, Chappy with Illumina Core.
Yo, round of applause, victory fanfare, let's fucking go.
Shit.
Oh my goodness.
Chappy, welcome to Guiding
What is
Keys.
that?
This is what it's like.
Thanks
Man,
for
what
having
is
me,
that?
boys. I'm excited.
Oh, don't worry. We'll make you feel unexcited real soon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, the scuffle
Already
set in, and you'll be
great.
like, the scuffle set in, and you'll be like, what the hell did I agree to?
I'll just be like
Um,
hanging with the boys. I'm down with it.
Ah, man. Anyway, we are here to talk about the potential, I will say potential, for Kingdom Hearts in 2025, because I am not making that mistake again.
So,
Let's
Yeah.
talk about the chances of Sora appearing in the Marvel Rivals video game.
Those would be
God.
0, because he's not a
Zero.
Marvel character.
Excuse
But they're
me, he
both
already
owned by
is if you
Disney.
download that one mod.
Yes, I made
Yeah.
magic too, is the funny thing.
and also depending
He's my
on when
DPS,
Lakers
best
gets
girl.
this up, Marvel Rivals may be dead.
Oh my god.
Anyways, Kingdom Hearts, right? Not
So-
Marvel. This is
so,
not the Marvel Rivals podcast.
We could be, but so we have still have 2 games waiting in the ring to be released or to see any other information of, with being Missing Link and Kingdom Hearts 4. And I believe we have now all come to agreement that we will get Kingdom Hearts Missing Link before we get 4. Right? That's kind of our
Yeah.
assumption.
Yeah.
We will
Yeah,
see-
I mean-
we'll get that information first and foremost.
I mean, I think that understanding was already there. 'cause-
I don't know. You were very much
I
against
don't
that
know, man. I
understanding
thought
for a
Phil was
hot
gonna
minute.
come out first.
No, I said. I don't remember what I said, but I never.
I
I,
remember.
never
I
implied.
remember.
I never implied we
Pull
were
up
going to get
the
Kingdom
notes!
Hearts 4 before Missing Link.
Pull up the notes.
Bring
Like, you have to
them
pull
in
up
or
the
in here. Go do a
You know what?
flashback.
Pull up receipts. We got receipts.
I never implied we were going to get
Receipts
Missing
in the
Link.
form of an
or Kingdom Hearts
Arthur
4.
TV show flashback.
But
So
yeah, go ahead.
what I will comment with Missing Link, I honestly think that at the very least we will get a release date for it by March,
I think-
if not it being released by
Yeah.
March.
I agree with
And
that.
I
Yeah.
think part of that is because when they announced the delay for it, which was at the end of November, beginning of December, question mark. I don't
Late.
remember.
I think so. That
Sure.
sounds right. We'll say you're right on that.
Yeah, but they specifically said in the tweet that like while we were like getting ready for the release, we decided to delay it. So like I think it's very close.
Yeah,
I think it's close to being done. I do wonder if at the time of this recording, the SAG-AFTRA voice actor strike is still going on, and I'm wondering if that has anything to do with it.
I completely forgot about that,
Possible.
and Allie was playing Genshin or no Star Rail the other day, and people just weren't talking, and I was like, what's happening? She was like, yeah, there's a strike going on. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah. That could potentially be it as well. When did that start, actually? Hold on.
Several months ago.
Yeah.
Or I think
So-
it's been a little bit long.
It was like right before Genshin Impact released like its major like update for like the new area, and then like every version of the game except for the English version had like.
Oh my god, wait, it's been since July?
That's been going for a
Yeah.
while.
It's been that long? Jeez, I did not
Yeah.
realize that.
I think they were close to they were close to a deal, but it was like when the CEOs fired back, it was just like a shit tier content. But regardless of all that, there's probably a good portion for that. If not, then it may just be we may just be getting subs for a little while if they do decide to release it without English voice acting. But given all of the public information that has been shared from Jared, the Gamers Joint, on his channel, talking about the various small leaks that have been coming through, it does sound like they're gearing up and getting ready to really show it off. So my current prediction is that we will see if not the release, we will be getting a release trailer in March for Missing Link on the anniversary, because the anniversary seems like the most logical place for it. If it's released, it'll probably be further into the spring from there, maybe even starting summer.
I will say on that front, going back to Square Enix's previous big mobile game that just recently released, or last year, I think it was.
Ever Crisis?
Ever Crisis. The trailer that announced the release date for that game was like a week before it released.
Oh, true. That is
Wow.
right. I remember that.
I also think I'm gonna say this, not in regards to Missing Link, but I will say this in regards to Kingdom Hearts 4. I think we were all kind of under the impression that we were going to get a similar marketing cycle to Kingdom Hearts 3. Can we at least agree we were kind of expecting a couple of trailers every couple of years?
I mean, we still could very well still be that way.
Here's my thing, though.
I personally don't
It's
think
been
that,
like
let
3
me
years
give my
since that
perspective.
day.
Yeah.
I personally don't think they were going to do that, considering how it, with KH3, it was received more poorly, and I have figured for a while that they were probably going to do what they did more similarly to like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth or Final Fantasy 16, where they only really start doing several trailers after the reveal when it's within a year or so
Alright,
of release.
so 16, I can't really. 16, they did do trailers pretty consistently for like 2 years before the game released. Well, no, because they revealed it. They revealed it in 2019.
No, they did not. They did not reveal it in 2019.
Or
They
I'm sorry,
revealed it in
2020.
2020.
They revealed it in 2020.
And then there was like a year and a half of silence.
Right.
Was it really?
Yeah.
The game came out in 2023.
Yeah. So it wasn't until I think 2022 before they even talked about it again.
Yeah, but they revealed it at the PlayStation 5 showcase, and then they had a couple of different State of Plays or PlayStation showcases where they gave new trailers for Final Fantasy 16. So they still did regular updates.
Nowhere near as many as KH3 had, though.
Final Fantasy 16. Here's all the trailers. The Awakening trailer was September 17th, 2020. The next trailer was the Dominance trailer in 2022.
Right.
What month?
That was in June. I'm sorry, June 3rd.
Okay.
Then the Ambition trailer in October of 2022. Then the Revenge trailer in December of 2022. PAX East, March of 2023. launch trailer, Salvation, May 2023. So
still, they did a lot of trailers.
they did a
Yeah,
lot
but
of
that was all
trailers, but it
within a
was
year of release.
within a year.
Outside of the
release.
reveal one.
Yeah, the
Okay,
reveal one was 2 years before it was actually before the lead up of trailers.
Anyway, what I was going to say was I'm expecting them to do something more similar to what they did with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which was essentially they only had like 3 trailers for that game. They had the reveal trailer, which was only like a year and a half before the game even launched. Then they did the big state of play that was like themed around Rebirth. And then they did the launch trailer.
Give me a second. I'm looking.
There was the ones. There's the one at the Game Awards as well with the theme song reveal.
Okay, so there were 4, but still,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's going to be more of a thing where they're going to have less trailers and it's going to be closer to release than.
And notice how they were all within a year and a half of the game releasing.
Yes, yeah, that's what is that. I think that. Honestly, I do not think we will be getting a Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer until at the earliest. I'm guessing holiday season this year. 2025.
Okay. So here's the question. Here's the question that I have to ask, because I think we can all kind of agree this game is going to be releasing in the later half of this decade, right? So, like, after 2025.
I mean, at any point, at this point, will be.
That's a question of if you think it's this year or not this year. But
yeah.
What I'm saying is, it's going to be in the later half of this decade.
I personally, I am hoping mid 2026.
So my question is, what do you think is more likely, 2026 or 2027? And the reason why I say 2027 is because that's the 25th anniversary. And I have a feeling if the game's still not out by then, it's going to release then.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of if I go to the store and there's no hamburger meat, then I'm going to get a hot dog type scenario. It's like, if there's no. If we don't get a trailer at all this year, and if it doesn't release in 2026, then my best guess would be 2027.
Here's my thing. If I were to guess right now, I would say 2026. But the thing is, because of how I believe they are going to be doing the marketing cycle of it being, within a year of release, a year or so of release, we don't have any information to really guess on right now.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah. Well, my question was then, like right now, flat out, do you think we will see anything about Kingdom Hearts 4 this year?
Yes.
I
think it would be dumb for them to release Missing Link and not say anything about KH4.
I have this gut feeling that they'll, like how they've done in the past, they'll release the trailer for Missing Link, and then like right at the end they'll give us this little crumb, like how they showed they had Ericus and Aonort talking like during their chess match. I feel like they'll have that at the end of Missing Link's trailer.
I could see something like that, but also since 2020, they've kind of liked to do like just big trailers of several games. Like 2020, it was like Melody of Memory and more Union Cross stuff and Dark Road.
Yeah, they kind of. That was also because it was the
20th anniversary event. Well, no, 2020 was not. This was in 2020, not the 20th anniversary.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
And then they did it again for the 20th anniversary event.
Like it was just okay. Here's everything.
So what I think is going to happen again by March this year is I think that they will do something similar where they will be like, hey, this is a new trailer for Missing Link. This is when it's coming out. Here's a little snippet of KH4 in the same trailer, because people are going to watch that trailer for KH4, but that brings more attention to Missing Link, and it says, hey, here's the release date for Missing Link.
Yeah.
Now, I want to point out something. I don't know if you guys have heard in Jared's latest videos, but apparently he's got an inside that someone is saying that Square may be presenting their own direct in February.
In February, yeah, I saw
I've
that
heard some
too.
rumors about that outside of
interesting.
Jared's video too.
Yeah, I
could see
don't know how
something
to
like that.
feel about that. I don't want to get my hopes up for it. That's really where I'm at, right? Because
Yeah, that's fair.
I would love to see. It would be great if we get Missing Link there, and then maybe it's released on the anniversary. I mean, that sounds great. That sounds like pure,
Yeah, this is kind of
Thanks.
mildly off topic, but just something that popped into my mind. Like this is hardcore hopium copium, but imagine like Switch 2 reveal and there's some kind of Kingdom Hearts news within the Switch 2
wow.
reveal.
Okay.
Oh,
That'd be wild.
that is some hope.
Missing Link to
You're
talking
Switch
about-
2.
You're
Halo
talking
4?
about you're talking about Square Enix doing a thing, and that this brought me up a good point. This has been a topic of discussion, topic of debate among the Kingdom Hearts fandom. I'm gonna ask it. I know it's a hot button question.
Oh god.
Just I want y'all's opinions.
Okay.
Do you think we are
Bearish.
more likely to get Kingdom Hearts 4 or the third chapter of the Final Fantasy VII remake first?
Okay, I do not
bearish.
see a universe where 7 Rebirth Part 3 actually releases but before KH4, in my opinion. I think that there's not really a whole lot to base that off of at the moment, considering 7 Rebirth just came out.
And that's
I
solid.
think
Yeah,
I personally think that there's a lot of Final Fantasy VII burnout. That's what I think is going on right now.
Yeah, maybe
because
among
we're
the
getting
fandom.
there's so much content for Final Fantasy VII right now. And they've already released the second game. They're working on the third game for this trilogy or whatever trilogy. I think that if I would like to say that Kingdom Hearts 4 will come out before that next Final Fantasy VII game, but honestly, I don't really have my hopes too high regarding that.
See, I just think right now the only basis for that thought is that they've already started talking about Rebirth Part or Remake Part 3. But the
Yeah.
thing is that it's a more complicated situation because Square owns Final Fantasy outright, whereas also Disney involved with Kingdom Hearts, and we don't know what goes on to that side of the marketing stuff when it comes to them working together on that.
All right, well, hold on. I still want to hear what Clark and Chappy think.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
Square's got really 3 cash cows in their pocket. We're at 4, but they haven't touched Dragon Quest in a long time. I'm sorry, Dragon Quest.
Well,
fans.
Dragon Quest is
I
the
miss
biggest
Dragon
in
Quest.
Japan.
Yeah.
Biggest
But
in Japan.
they have Final Fantasy. Mainly Final Fantasy VII is because people buy Cloud. People buy Italian Tifa, but that's a whole other topic of conversation. You've got that. You have Kingdom Hearts, and then you have.
Speaking of
And-
Nier, isn't
yes.
there a lot of talk that
Hey.
we're going to get a new game?
Yogatar just teased something, so
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And in a latest video from Jared, and I kind of been getting a lot of my Kingdom Hearts news from Jared because it's Jared. He broke his Keyblade first. We have to respect him.
that's wild. That's wild he
Which is
did
like-
that.
Somebody needs to. I have that same Oblivion.
I don't even have an Oblivion.
Bro, I'd be crying.
I got
I have the
Rainfell just
Spirit
like that.
Halloween Oblivion.
I got a Rainfell for Christmas actually.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
You're
Off
right.
topic completely. But
Hi, Jared.
yeah, hi Jared, how are you, buddy? Listening to his videos, I'm much of the mind of what he's saying. Stats. With luck, it will be 2026 Kingdom Hearts 4, 2027 Final Fantasy 7 Part 3 reconstitution of the marriage, and I don't know. I just say words sometimes. And then next Nier game, 2028. That's kind of how I feel because
And that's a
that's a stack.
pipeline.
It is a stack type pipeline. But think about it, right? So that we already know. Yeah, obviously they've probably already been kind of working on Part 3 in the background for a while, right?
I think they said they started development on it like at the same time as Rebirth.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure, like, starting development on it, but not giving your whole ussy into it is two different things, right?
Okay, that's a way to say it.
That's a way to say it. Look, cold medicine, leave me alone. So, obviously that the priority was Rebirth, right? While working on Part 3 on the side.
Right. I mean, they were probably just more so laying the groundwork for Part 3, using Rebirth as a foundation.
Exactly, and it also depends on if they, what the console market looks like, next couple of years. Like, is PS6 on the horizon?
That's true. When can we expect the next generation? Like, I would assume like 2028.
It would be later rather than sooner because people are just now getting PS5s.
I mean, they just released the Pro, so you'd hope. I would expect like 2028, like no sooner than that.
Yeah, but remember,
about 3 to 4 years.
Is that Rebirth was a what fucking layers? Sorry, I'm multitasking. Rebirth came out on 5, but Remake was on PS4.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be spread across 3 entire generations. Like, there's no reason for them. Even if it releases on the next PlayStation, if it's out by that time, there's no reason for them to not release it on the PS5.
Yeah, my guess for 7 Remake Part 3 is 2027 at the earliest.
Yeah,
I could see well, because 2027 isn't that the 30th anniversary of Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah. That's precisely the main thing, because I mean, looking at Rebirth to or Remake to Rebirth, that was 4 years. However, they're apparently I don't know how much focus they put into Intergrade, but I know people said they like put a year into Intergrade, but I don't know if that was like how much.
How much is he?
Do we?
I don't know if that took away from Rebirth, I should say.
I was gonna say, was that not a separate team? Because I've also heard people theorize that they could do a Dirge of Cerberus remaster in between Rebirth and Part 3.
I don't even think that was a separate team. I think it was more so like what 0.2 is to Kingdom Hearts, where they were like, hey, we're working on this game. Let's release this DLC sort of as a tech demo because Yuffie's going to be playable, and these are all of her mechanics. Basically.
Intergrade. I'm sorry. I misheard you. I thought you were talking about Crisis Core Reunion.
That is definitely a separate team. Yeah. But I mean, you raised a good point for that as well.
My bad. I'm sorry. I don't know why.
How could
Regardless, I think 2027 at the earliest, if their dev cycle is a little bit faster than Rebirth's, which is possible. Or 2028 at the latest, I think.
You'd think Part 3 would not take as long as Rebirth, because Rebirth already got most of the world done. They really only have to do Wutai and
whatever else extra shit they want to add.
Well, I was gonna say Cosmo Canyon, but that's in Rebirth. Well, the rest of the northern part of the map.
And also we can
I can't remember what it's called.
We can also assume that they're not going to change engines anytime soon. That's also a huge thing that takes away from dev time.
I mean, it's going to be Unreal Engine regardless. I actually don't know if Rebirth is on Unreal Engine 5 or not.
I think Rebirth is still on 4.
Yeah, if it is, they're probably going up. I would imagine they go up to 5 for Part 3. I would think.
And I mean.
Yeah, honestly, Rebirth is still on 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting. I mean, I guess considering the dev cycle, that makes sense.
They probably started development before 5 released.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember
when didn't want to switch halfway through.
Yeah.
Which would mean if they were co-developing, there's a good chance that Part 3 could also be on Unreal 4.
No, I'm seeing it wouldn't really make sense to stay on an outdated engine. Like you can port stuff from 4 to 5 with relative ease. Like, I'm pretty sure
that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing with 5 and why everyone I remember it wasn't that big of a crowd, but there were a handful of people when it was announced that okay, the KH4 footage you see is on Unreal Engine 4, but we're switching to Unreal Engine 5. There was like a handful of people that were like, "Oh, they're doing an engine switch again," when it's like, not really. It's just updating the version, and if there is any like things that need to be changed or edited, it would be extremely easy because it's the same engine. It's just a big version update.
Right, and if I remember correctly, Nomura had said that they were already almost done with the transition by the time they released it anyway.
It would be like completely different from them, like with what they did with 3, going from Luminous to Unreal.
It's a completely different story.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think Nomura actually said like they were already almost done transitioning to 5 when they revealed that Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, because he was like, the next time you see this, it will be running on Unreal Engine 5, because we're like already almost done switching engines, like updating.
You're going to see Sora in a Starbucks, and it's going to look like he's in a real Starbucks. Get ready for it.
They're just going to walk into a Starbucks. Sora's just going to be there.
Two things. One, I hope we don't have product placement like Kingdom Hearts game. I have my product be Disney movies. 2, I do hope that we have some mini games akin to the first 7 days in Twilight Town. Where Sora has to go to a job and make money and stuff. That'd be a cute little thing.
Here's my thing. You say like I don't want any product placement, and this might be a hot take. I mean, I agree. Like generally, like product placement, get it out. But I think like in the specific, like if you're in a major city setting, so like in a setting like Quadratum or like a GTA game or something, where you're in like a place that's supposed to be based on a real city, it makes sense to see real brands.
I think what they could do is just do like the parody brands, like McDonald's, like the W McDonald's.
Yeah.
I'm still laughing at Reynaudis just having a random Burger King there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I personally like in-universe brands show up. Like the best thing I can always point to is Mario Kart tracks, where you got the all the brands all along the side. You have Mario that owns the big tobacco.
Or like the way like
cool.
the world with you does.
That's cool, but at the same time, like look at like Pikmin 1 and 2, the original versions, not the Switch versions, that had like real like branded products as the treasures. So like the battery was like a Duracell battery.
That's really funny. I didn't know that.
Specifically remember the Carmex.
Yeah, and then when they made the Switch versions, they actually lost all those licenses, so they had to retexture them to just be like generic.
Yeah. See,
it could be something like The World Ends With You, where like it's all like original brands, but they look like real brands.
Yeah.
But I would not be surprised in the absolute slightest if we saw like billboards for the Toei brands in Quadratum.
Oh, absolutely.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Some Toei, yeah.
What if they did like dead brands? Like, what if like Sora got like a Sierra Mist or something? He was like, "What is this?"
Well, see, you say that, but the problem is that somebody owns those rights.
Okay, here's the thing.
Well, they rebranded Sierra Mist to Starry.
Starry. I'm hooked on Starry. I love Starry.
Starry's a different soda, but here's the thing. There's one particular brand that I'm like, no. Y'all can put this in Kingdom Hearts 4 as an actual form of product placement, and I will buy it 100%.
Lorcana.
No, Super Groupies.
Oh yeah.
Lorcana is a good one too, though.
Yeah.
Thanks, Phil.
I just imagine if Kingdom Hearts 4 had a card game like Witcher 3 does with Gwent.
Dude,
this is some copium, but it would be really fun. You're in Quadratum, you find Luxord, he's playing Lorcana.
There you go.
Oh my god, yes.
There you go.
Please. Disney.
Or if you're Backstory Ben and Backstory Ben only, he's playing freaking like Sorcerer's of the Magic Kingdom.
Oh my god.
Shout out to Ben.
Hi Ben.
But yeah. I mean, back to the original topic on my end. I think we're going to get 4 before we get part 3. Because one, I don't think that they want to have too many major releases back to back to compete against each other.
I agree.
And
we're still making the money either way.
Well, here's the thing. They said, I can't remember when, but I'm like 99% sure they said that releasing Final Fantasy 16 and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth like so close together, and doing the marketing for them at the same time like cannibalized their sales.
That's weird to me because they weren't even that close together. That's 8 months. Like, that's more than half a year.
Look, Square Enix sets extremely unrealistic expectations for sales.
I'll be honest.
They did say recently that they were happy with the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth sales.
They said they were happy with it, but they still did not meet their expectations.
Because their expectations are to the Empire State Building.
Like, they said, oh yeah, it sold well. It still didn't sell as well as we expected it to.
Man, I would be okay with a
PC
million,
release
to be
as well,
honest.
so.
Like, a million's a lot of people playing your game.
But still, yeah. I mean, it makes a lot of sense though, in that you release two. Honestly, we'll call it as it is, two AAA titles. That have large names by them. People are going to want to play them, but a lot of people are going to have to make that debate. And honestly, when Rebirth and or not Rebirth, was it Rebirth? Which one came along on side 16? Rebirth. Yeah. That year was a whole bunch of games that came out.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, with games costing $70 now, games are just getting really expensive.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna get too upset about certain games costing that much. So long as the game's got the content to back it up, I'm fine with it. If it's a shit ass game, it's a shit ass game. I ain't paying $70 for it. For it, if it were me, I wouldn't want to release, with the three in your pipeline of Part 3, Nier, and Kingdom Hearts 4, and I'm going to assume that Nier is much earlier along in this pipeline. Like, it's going to be, it is going to take a little bit of time before that game is actually out, right? We don't even have a trailer. We only have a hint that was dropped.
We're not even like
tomorrow.
100% sure that.
Yeah.
And I mean, is Nier really like comparable to their big three, being Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, and Dragon Quest?
On that,
I kind of
not to diss Nier, but I just never really see it in the conversation of the same level as those in terms of their like focus.
No, I don't think it's on that same tier, but I do think it's like one rung below.
Yeah, it's like
getting there.
I think third is Dragon Quest still, and then like Nier is like right below that.
The problem is we haven't had a new Dragon Quest.
But the teased 12, right?
It's still an amazing game. Just saying, play it.
Anyway, so we've heard from everyone except for Chappy, so let's let him.
Oh
yeah.
What was the question again?
Yeah, what was the question?
Do you think we will see Final Fantasy VII Part 3 or Kingdom Hearts 4 first?
Yeah, we're still on this question.
Oh man, that's my heart wants to say we see KH4 first, but I don't know, man. I want to say, I think it's been so long. Like, this upcoming April will be 3 years. We haven't heard anything, and I feel like we got to get a little something, right? Like, it would just be weird if they go 3 years basically radio silence, and then, they're like, oh, we've got Final Fantasy Reunion or Return, whatever it's going to be, and then everybody's like, okay, where's Kingdom Hearts 4,
this is just another way of me saying the same thing that I've said, but I think it's just the length of silence is what's speaking here in terms of why people are thinking there could potentially be 7 Part 3 before KH4.
Let's just be honest here. We've all become jaded by this silence.
Absolutely. I don't think anybody in the community is not at least mildly annoyed about the amount of silence. A lot of people handle it better, and props to them. I handle it fine, but I am annoyed because it's just like I just want to hear about my favorite game series, y'all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely come to a point where
It's-
like every major news event that comes around, every game show, I'm like, all right, there's a 1 in 100 chance. Fuck it.
One
You
in
know,
13
you know.
million.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? It's like I'm kind of in two camps. On the one hand, I want them to take their time. I want the game to be the best it can possibly be.
Yeah.
You know, I want it to be done when it's done. I want it to release when it's ready. But I'm
I
also
think
just
pretty
kind of
much-
at this. I'm also just kind of at this point where it's like, guys, you know, it's 2025. I'm gonna be 26 this year, and y'all are taking so long that at this point I'm sitting here like, this might be a completely unreasonable fear, but I'm just like, guys, I want to play Kingdom Hearts 4 before I'm 30.
You're right. It's completely.
It's-
honest.
Yeah.
I don't have a choice. I'm there. I'm
I
already
think
there, dude.
pretty much most of the community are in this boat where they're like, obviously
They're
we
almost
want
30?
the game
Yeah.
to be as good. No, shush. Obviously we want the game to be as good as it can be, and we want them to take their time on it and make sure that it's that good. It's just frustrating when there's literally nothing.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to judge. Like, it's like you'd want to say like, oh, well, surely they're far along by now, but then it's like, well, we don't know. They have said nothing.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm of the opinion where it's like I don't like theorizing about the release date too much yet because we know nothing.
So it's like,
So,
to a
like-
lot of us, it just feels like, what have they been just doing? Have they just been sitting around doing nothing for the past 3 years? Because it's like, we don't know what they've been doing. I can only assume they've been working on it for the past 3 years, but like, with nothing to show for it, we're at this point where we're just kind of sitting here like, guys, what is going on? What have you been doing for the last 3 years?
And
Are
it
you
doesn't
working
even-
on this game? How far along is it?
Yeah, it doesn't
know?
even need to be trailers to it, because I know people were like, and I agree to an extent, especially towards the end of KH3's trailer cycle, that some of them showed a little bit too much.
Oh yeah, they showed like way too much.
Oh, yeah.
But it does, like I said, it doesn't need to be trailers. Like, just give us like an update.
Yeah,
like,
just give us
like,
an
like
update.
Nomura interviews, like whatever he's doing, or like,
Yeah.
here's like, we're working more on the scrap and build system. Here's kind of what it could potentially be like. I don't know.
I'm like, they scared the crap out of us too, and they were like, oh yeah, here's a new Nomura update, and all it really says is, I'm considering retirement, and we're all sitting here like, what the dude? Can we talk about the new game? And
not to mention,
by the time it's out.
not to mention the goddamn orchestra comment that he made.
So, like, what would be like the bare minimum of what I think that we need in order to, well, I guess need what our obsessions require would be that we get Missing Link release date, a proper one that will happen. Hold up, and then we get a little bit of 4 news, just a little crumb. Just a little crumb, Master Nomura.
A dark hallway and a lightsaber, and then we're good.
A lightsaber that looks like
I will take anything.
I
will take anything at this point.
And then
confirmation that the game is being worked on and is going smoothly. Okay, I
That's
just want to say,
and then
it's going well.
Yeah,
I don't care anymore.
Just the smallest little crumb, and then once we get towards the end of the year, they start to be a lot more open about it and everything. It's like, yep, here's what we're working on. Here's this. That's all I want is just this little crumb, and then Kingdom Hearts 4 to tide me over towards the end of the year, because I want to sit here and hope that it'll be coming out or not coming out. I'm sorry, it will see more trailers towards the end of this year. That is what I mean.
If we know anything about the Kingdom Hearts community, we will take the smallest thing and talk about it for forever.
Oh yeah,
no, for real. Like, okay, look, I'm gonna say this right now. Look, in terms of what do I want realistically from Kingdom Hearts 4 this year, a trailer would be fantastic, but I'm not even banking on that. Maybe a teaser, like not a full-length trailer, but maybe a teaser. I could see that happening. I just want them to acknowledge that the game is still in development, is being worked on actively, and that the development is progressing smoothly, and that we will get more information soon.
Mhm.
That's it.
'Cause at this stage, the only thing we know about the development is that
It's happening.
probably suffered a hiccup when the KH team helped with Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing.
I also think Square Enix going through that big restructuring just probably slowed everything down.
That's fair.
Not just Kingdom Hearts. Everything.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Here's part of the reason that I'm like you down. Like I've been like cool with it. Like I said, it's it's coming up on 3 years. I'm like, you know what, whatever. We'll hear it when it's ready. He said it's going to be a bit. Nomura said, it's going to be a while before we hear something again. My thing is, I feel like what's going to happen is we're going to get a little bit more time where we don't hear anything. And then they're going to be like, dude, be ready. Y'all watch this. Nomura's going to roll the clip. And they're going to hit us. Bam, bam, bam. Like all this stuff.
Mhm.
Like there's just this feeling I have that might happen.
Right.
Like
Do you
there's
think
a
that's gonna happen
chance.
this year?
That's,
That's the question. Is that happening this year?
I would hope so. I would hope so.
Honestly, the biggest reason that the amount of silence that they've had for KH4 bugs me is like not only does it bug me because I just want to hear about the game, but it's also like I feel like the longer they go with nothing, the more likely it is for things to get like leaked in a big way, and that's not a good thing.
What's happening?
Well, it's not just that. It's not just that, but it's also the longer they go without saying anything, the more expectations will just continue to rise.
Yeah. And that's part of the reason is and just like the anticipation people wanting to find out more. I don't want like big things to be out in the public when they're not supposed to.
Yeah, I got very lucky of avoiding the Monstropolis leak before, of course, we saw it. In the trailer.
That still blows my mind that was actually real.
Dude, I said it was fake. When that came out, I remember being like, dude, this looks horrible. This is fake.
Nah, I could tell. I could tell when I first saw that. I was like, oh shit, this is real.
I saw it, I was like, oh my god, that looks horrible. I was like tweeting, I was like, dude, this is not real. And then they hit us with freaking Monstropolis, and I was like, god, dude. I will
say, the colors that Sora had in that leak
were
way worse than the final.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it looked like the textures weren't complete in that.
Yeah.
Let's hope. Run with the hypothesis that we'll be getting trailers this year, right towards the end of this year. I hope that we don't get to see every world in the trailer. I want to be surprised.
Oh god, no! First of all, I don't expect them to. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Okay. The one that I think that they like absolutely 100% will reveal in the trailers because they practically already have is Star Wars.
For sure.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Well, not just that. I mean, like that's like the biggest. I mean, that's basically the biggest. That's the only marketing point you need. Is
low-key, yeah.
That's the only marketing point you need is, hey, look, it's a new Kingdom Hearts game and it's got Star Wars in it. Go buy it.
There's gonna be one guy out there too who's like, I don't want this. I didn't ask for this. I'm like, bro, space fighting with laser swords. What is there to
low-key, that is all they need. Is just there's a new Kingdom Hearts game and it's got Star Wars in it. Go buy it.
That's what I'm saying though, because my ideal like for the next KH4 trailer is literally what I'd said before. Is like ideally at an event where we don't even know it's a Kingdom Hearts trailer. Or no, we do know it's a Kingdom Hearts trailer, but we don't know what's happening, and it's just dark hallway. You see like Sora walk up, and then lightsaber in the dark hallway.
Yeah.
Here's what I think. Here's what I think is most likely for a new Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer. Actually, is they'll once again focus on Quadratum heavily.
Yeah.
Most of the trailer will be Quadratum, blah 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 blah, and then the very 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 end of the trailer, they'll do some tease for Star Wars, like a lightsaber igniting.
Darth Vader breathing, and then the lightsaber.
I honestly, what I would like. Is like you said, I want it like any trailer to really focus heavily on Quadratum, with some Star Wars there, maybe some long-winded speech by Lushu
Vader?
or
Sigurd, apparently,
Masters.
because he's the one that was talking in the other trailers.
Well, yeah, but him talking over it and all that jazz. Just all just that. But we don't really know. I kind of want to go in not knowing how many worlds are in there, what other worlds. I would also then like to show off the scrap and build thing a little bit.
So here's what we know in
progress.
terms of worlds. We know a couple of things. We know in
Quadratum?
2020. Well, no. Let me. We know in 2022, Nomura said they had a finalized list of all of the potential worlds in the game, and they were going through it and still trying to decide which ones would actually make it into the final game. We also know that he said there will be fewer worlds in this game than there were in Kingdom Hearts 3.
I remember I tweeted this a few weeks ago, and some people got on me, were like, "Oh, no, he said less Disney worlds," but it's like that's more or less the same thing.
Yeah.
Saying the same thing.
Yeah.
So, knowing that Kingdom Hearts 3, it had let me try to. So we had Olympus, we had Twilight Town, we had Toy Box,
There's 9.
Monstropolis.
There's four in the first galaxy, 4 in the second galaxy, and then Keyblade Graveyard. So 9, 10 if you count Scala.
I mean,
That's
11 if you
even
count 100 Acre.
Twilight Town, that's like one tiny area. So I feel like it should count.
I think
It has enough
counts.
story content.
I feel like personally, I feel like granted this is just off of just gut reactions of everything. I feel like Quadratum is going to be our hub world, so our Twilight Town and
Yes.
all that.
Yeah.
I also feel like it may also be our end world. I think we might cycle back around.
I think. Well, we know Nomura already said that we will be returning to Quadratum multiple times throughout the game, and that Sora's apartment will be like a base of operations.
Which is weird to
He
hear.
also got to be customizable.
Sora's apartment is.
He never
weird to
said it would be
hear.
customizable. He just said it would be a base of operations. It was an assumption that it would be
really?
customizable.
I will say,
Been
I
lied to.
believe in a previous episode, I don't know which episode we did this in, but I believe we came to a guess number of the amount of worlds, and I think we said like around 7 or.
I think I said around 5. I think I said around 5.
I remember 5 Disney.
Or was it
worlds.
5 Disney worlds?
I think it was
like
5
7
Disney worlds
total,
is what we talked
or so.
about. Yes.
something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I think we were around that number roughly, at least.
And I still feel
I'm-
pretty solid about that, honestly. I think 5 mainly Disney worlds that are completely explorable. I think is I say that because I imagine we're going to get flashbacks or rather cutaways where we're not able to explore the worlds. Like I don't think we're going to be exploring the underworlds with Donald and Goofy. Like I think that's going to be a cutscene on the world, so I'm not counting that one.
Yeah.
But I just. And we joked about this before we started recording, but that San Francisco is kind of a very forgettable world. But really, the scale of the world I've always found to be kind of impressive. Of just like everything's kind of happening all in one, and if they're using that to kind of build up and beyond. Once again, I haven't played Final Fantasy 16 yet because I'm a poor boy. Please donate at
Send some
but
money
using
my way,
Final
too,
Fantasy
please.
15 as a scale of like their towns and everything. Like, if they're going to have Quadratum to have that amount of detail and care for not only just Quadratum but every world they do, I would much rather they do 5 because that way they can give each world they want. They want to include there as much care and love that they can, and also so they don't burn themselves out. I mean, these are still just guys and girls just working to get a paycheck.
Here's what's going to happen, guys. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to see. It's going to be. We're in a desert.
No.
Aladar wakes up, and the lemurs are on it. They're like, "Who's the new guy?" And you look back. It's going to be a dinosaur with spiky hair. People are going to be like, "Is this dinosaur too?" And then they see the spiky hair dinosaur, and he's going to be like, "I got a Keyblade, guys," and they'll be like, "Oh, okay."
Yep.
Dinosaur
And then
for
they
Kingdom Hearts
reveal,
4?
and then they reveal the Good Dinosaur by Pixar for Kingdom. No,
No, listen. If Sam Elliott is in Kingdom Hearts 4, I would buy it though.
That'd be
You're
awesome.
gonna buy it anyways.
Yes, but now I have another reason to buy it. I'll buy a second copy.
all right. Well, we already talked about potential worlds for the game a long time ago, but
and we did rule dinosaur completely.
Oh.
yeah, we did. No, we did. I
Sorry,
remember
Chappy.
we did.
Oh, no.
I wasn't there for the conversation. I was just assuming.
Oh, man.
And we also did a vote on at the Keyblade Forge Discord with a full tier list of what could possibly be a world that we want the most. And Dinosaur wasn't even on there.
Nope, it wasn't.
Nope. The winner
I saw that and I
was
cried.
the winner
winner
was
Probably
Atlantis.
wasn't it?
Atlantis.
Oh.
Dude, that was cool. I
Um,
popped off for that when Atlantis won. That was great.
I'm honestly surprised Star Wars didn't win. I thought the confirmation bias of us basically knowing it was going to be in the game already would make it win.
Very true.
I'm not
very
gonna
true.
lie.
It did not. It didn't make it too far. It lost. Actually, no, it made it pretty far. I'm sorry. No,
Wasn't it
but-
runner up?
In the
What was
finale,
runner
it was
up?
the
Yeah,
field
yeah, yeah. It
runner-up.
was Star Wars. It was runner up. I was thinking
Okay.
something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I thought the confirmation bias of us basically already knowing that it's going to be in the game would have had it win.
It was a 2-vote difference to note, actually.
Yeah.
People are probably like, "Oh well, we know Star Wars is already going to be in it." So
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
also fucking Star Wars.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it, you know, it is. It was the most wanted world, not necessarily the most plausible.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but
that-
I still think Star Wars is like up there for like.
Well,
most
I mean,
wanted
obviously, it
Kingdom
was
Hearts world.
second in the running.
Well, I just mean like among the fandom as a whole, not just the
Yeah.
not just the Keyblade Forge. But anyway,
Yeah.
I think we're
Right.
getting an Encanto world. I think
Ah,
it's just a gut feeling I got for Cage 4.
how would
I don't know.
my question is how to? It's a house. The
Yeah.
whole world is one house.
But wasn't there like there's the
In
kid that
Encanto-
can
And
like
oh,
talk to the
yeah.
animals and
100 Acre
stuff?
Wood happened
Yeah.
in a book.
And Kanto is a whole town. Like, it lives in a whole town. Like, the house is like the
Yeah.
focal point of the story because it lives, but they live in a whole town that they basically.
And to be fair, that house wouldn't
Sponsor.
even be that like big or unique to explore. Maybe like the one room of the kid who can talk to animals.
That's what I was
or
saying.
Bruno's room.
Oh yeah,
would
the
be
rooms
only
do
ones
are
worth
bigger
exploring.
on the inside. It is made out of Tardisus. Tardici? Tardisus?
I don't know.
What
I
is
don't
that?
But
Something.
Dr. Who.
Uh,
But it would be kind of fun if Source spent the entire time like defending heartless waves from the town, and it was basically a tower defending game.
Now, a world
Too
that I
many
do
game
think.
drops.
Anyway, we're not here to talk about worlds that are going to be in the game.
No, we're here to rainbow.
Are
Oh God, I was gonna say something and then I like totally lost track of it. Damn it!
No, that happens to me all the time. Don't worry about it.
I had like
same.
the whole thing. Oh,
Okay,
I remember now. Okay, so whenever God, my voice cracked. Whenever they show Kingdom Hearts 4 again, I think one thing we can all be certain of is that it will be basically a re-reveal of the entire game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, they're going to try to introduce us to Quadratum again. They're going to introduce us to the characters. It'll basically be like a repeat of the first trailer. I mean,
Yeah.
not literally shot for shot, but like they're going to hit the same beats.
That
Yeah.
makes me wonder though. Do you guys think they're going to keep the scrap and build mechanic? Like, do you think
Yes.
that's going to still
Oh, yeah.
carry over?
I hope so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm very interested in it, and given the fact that it
would-
made it to this. I'm gonna call it this kind of this tech demo kind of sort of thing. I don't really know. The first, given the fact that it made it that far, right? makes me think that this is something. This is a core function.
Yeah,
Of
I don't think Nomura would have mentioned it specifically in the interview if it wasn't something that they were for sure doing for the game.
I see no
Yeah.
reason for them to include it and mention it specifically if they had no intention of actually keeping it in the game.
Yeah.
The only thing that we're not 100% certain on of being like confirmed in the game is reaction commands, and that's because Nomura said, I'm considering putting them back because I knew that there was a lot of
That is
fan
true.
outcry
No,
for
he
not being
he
in
said
Kingdom
that the thing
Hearts
that we saw
3.
was reaction commands.
Well, no, he said that it. I remember he said something
Bring up
that
the quote!
basically implied. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the quote.
I'm like 90% certain that what he said was basically confirming, like, yeah, this is reaction commands returning.
Hold on.
Maybe it wasn't worded exactly right that, but exactly
Hold on,
right.
where's that freaking
Yeah.
thing from that?
While you look it up and everything.
Zero no more
yeah.
comments on the past.
Yeah,
Wait,
the,
no, that was
the,
the other interview.
I think scrap and build is honestly, I think we're going to see more of that in the next trip. That is what I think.
Yeah, so to catch, we've talked about this before, just to catch Chappy up. We kind of think that it may be a sort of replacement / fill-in for the summon mechanic. As for how exactly it will work, we don't know for sure, but that's kind of our idea.
Okay.
I vote that we get to build mechs and you get to slap different parts together. Like imagine having
Or just has a pocket Gigas.
you pull out a Gigas that's got like an AT-AT fucking chicken walker legs ready to go.
Dude, that would actually be sick. I need Liger Simba now.
Yeah,
That
right.
would be awesome.
Yeah,
That'd be so cool.
That is my theory. Is that Gigases and stuff are going to replace the Gumby ship, because I do believe that we'll be traveling worlds in Unreality differently. So
Bro, imagine the freaking instead of Gummy ship missions, like traveling between worlds is just Final Fantasy 16 boss fights.
Hell yeah. Fucking
Dude, I can't remember what I said it for, but I really I think it'd be cool if they cater to most of the Kingdom Hearts fans were from the 90s, so we all grew up with the VHSs. I think it'd be cool if you traveling between worlds was Sora put in a different VHS for a Kingdom Hearts world movie. Oh, this is a Sword in the Stone VHS. He puts it in and then he's transported.
It's like Mario 64 where you just jump into the TV. You just jump into the TV.
It's an interesting idea. I don't know if that's going to be the direction they take, though.
And also, I don't know if Sword knows how to operate a VHS.
Yeah.
He barely knows how to work a computer. I mean,
he literally says openly, "I can't computer."
Dude didn't even know what a smartphone was.
Honestly, that was my. That's got to be one of my favorites.
Let us remember the infamous scene in KH2 where he just slams his hands on the keyboard, and that brings him into the space paranoids.
Hey, don't forget in Monstropolis where they're like, "Oh no, the system to open the door is shut down. How do we open the door?" And Sora just fucking smashes it, and he's like, "There, it's open."
Or even his other half, Roxas, goes up to a computer and takes out 2 keyblades and just goes, "No."
Yeah, they both have a penchant for smashing computers. Don't worry.
Yeah. So
they can make a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You can make a religion out of this.
Did you find the quote?
Nomura already has.
I did not. I couldn't find it. I'm sorry.
You there in the chat? Yes, you.
You, listener, find it and read it and make your own opinion, because if we can't find it.
Well, point being, next trailer will potentially show more of the reaction commands again. I would imagine.
Yeah, I can see
That'd be
it.
cool.
Like I said, next trailer, I hope to see more gameplay. I hope to see. I hope to not see
specifically not scripted gameplay. Because obviously the gameplay that we saw in the KH4 trailer was heavily scripted.
That was very much.
It
was very much.
I want some free roam gameplay. I want some free roam gameplay.
I want to see Sora walk into Papa Starbucks and clock in. I want to see him do a shit.
Okay, I could
Okay,
actually
let's get
imagine they
walking.
keep like the cooking mini games from Kingdom Hearts 3,
Yeah.
but it's like you're working at like a Starbucks. You have to like mix
Honestly,
drinks.
I didn't mind the cookie minigame.
Let's just hope he doesn't go to New Mexico for reasons that we all know the answer to that.
Oh no!
No, I do have a question though for everybody.
Okay.
I feel like this has been a pretty big debate in the like hope for new Kingdom Hearts 4 trailers. Do you think it's more likely for us to get a trailer at a big name event, or for Square Enix to just shadow drop it and or do their own event?
I'm gonna be real. I think it's more likely they just do their own thing.
Yeah, especially
I
with
can
those
see
emails
both.
going around.
Personally, I see with using Missing Link. I think that one could show up at any point in time. I think that's we've already seen quite a bit of it and everything. Let's be honest, it's a mobile game that a lot of people are kind of like holding it. It's us fuckheads who are holding it tight.
Now you say that. However, I would actually like to go back on something that I said a year ago on when we were talking about Kingdom Hearts in 2024, where I was like, oh, they're probably not going to show Missing Link at something like the Game Awards because it's a mobile game and they usually want to focus on big AAA console games. I was completely wrong. Because
a lot of mobile games.
how many like Hoyoverse and other mobile games show up and give major updates for their upcoming content at shows like the Game Awards or Summer Games Fest? Like I was just completely wrong on that. So Missing Link being a mobile game does not mean that they will not try to highlight it at a major game.
Oh yeah, no. But what I'm saying is that it can show up at any point.
Yeah.
I think that it can show up at a major game, at a not so major game thing. It can be right behind you right now, Matrix.
Yeah.
Run.
I mean, like they could shadow drop a trailer tomorrow.
Yeah, I was
see
just
it,
thinking
guys.
we could wake up tomorrow and there's like, oh, Missing Link news. It comes out on Friday this week.
Yeah. Kingdom Hearts 4, however, I feel that
what I think is going to happen with that is I think Missing Link, I think the reveal, like the release date reveal, which I think will be the next trailer, will be just shadow dropped. Or if Square Enix does their own event. I don't think it's going to be a different event.
Yeah, they'll just tweet some random thing.
I have a strong feeling that we will see a small teaser about KH4 with that trailer as well.
I agree.
After that, I think KH4 will mostly be at big name events like either State of Plays or PlayStation Showcase, whichever one, or Summer Game Fest, or the Game Awards, or Tokyo Game Show, so on and so forth. All of those. I think after the re-reveal or the teaser or whatever from that we get, hopefully with Missing Link, then it will be a big name events.
I think whenever they finally re-reveal the game will be when they're ready to kick off the actual marketing cycle for the game.
Exactly.
Yeah. We are basically one trailer away from them opening the trailer floodgates.
Yeah. I don't think this is. I do not. When we talked about this a year ago, I thought this was going to be a very similar situation to Kingdom Hearts 3, where it's like every couple of years, here's an update, we're working on it, here's a new trailer to show progress. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think the moment they were ready to show this thing again, it's go time.
That's exactly my thoughts.
Yeah,
and that's exactly my thoughts, and that's why I don't. And that's why I'm not guessing when the release date is, because we don't know when that's going to happen. And that's exactly No,
I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying
that's
I
what I'm
agree
saying.
with you.
That's been my mindset for a little while now. Honestly, I feel like I've had the same mindset since last year, even though obviously that was very wrong.
But I do think this is not going to be a repeat of the Kingdom Hearts 3. I mean, it already isn't. It's been 3 years nearly since we've seen something. In Kingdom Hearts 3, the longest we ever went without an update was 2 years.
2 years, yeah. That's well, actually not even really, because when was the one they had one trailer in 2014?
They teased. No, they never had anything in 2014. They teased it in 2013 at E3. That's when they revealed it. Then they had like a small teaser after that.
Oh, it was when they announced the engine change in 2014.
In 2015 was when they showed the trailer with Kingdom of Corona.
Yes. Like I said, the reason I was thinking 2014 is because that's when remember that's when they announced the engine change.
Then 2017 we didn't, or 2016 we didn't get anything. 2017 that was when they showed Olympus and Toy Box. No, did they show Toy Box in 2017 or did they show in 2018?
Because that was in 2017 because that's when we got the 2018 and it's like, oh, next year.
Because the game was supposed to release in 2018.
And then E3 the next year was
we got
the big
Kingdom 2018, Frozen 2018.
2018 was the big news blog because we got Frozen, we got Pirates, we got all that stuff.
We basically got all of the trailers because it released in the first month of 2019. So
yeah. So I don't think it's going to be a repeat of that. I think it's going to be once that re-reveal comes out, it's going to be like 2018, where it's just back to back to back. Or maybe not 2018. Yeah. I don't think there are going to be that many trailers, honestly. I
don't think it's going to be like they're not going to have 3 at Summer Game Fest like they did.
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a very similar situation to Final Fantasy 16 and Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth.
I can imagine this
3 trailers and then the game's out.
Yeah, 3 to 5 trailers or 3 to 5 trailers, including the
teaser,
the reveal, and then we're back, baby.
Yeah, I think
go back.
I'm just gonna say what we're all thinking. I'm gonna just say it. I'm gonna put it out there.
Goth Aqua's the best.
The next trailer's gonna be in Fortnite. There's gonna be a trailer in Fortnite.
I would not be surprised.
I know the fact that
already got
we live in a world where that's possible.
Yeah, but I would be surprised if when we get closer to Kingdom Hearts 4 dropping, if that's when they have Sora in Fortnite.
I could see it as like a cross promotion thing, honestly.
Yeah.
I could see.
Like, look, here's Kingdom Hearts 4 news, and we're gonna put Sora in Fortnite. Like,
they announced this year. Okay, Sora's coming to Fortnite. And Jeff Keighley comes out. Jeff Keighley's like, drop in the battle bus into this island and watch the next Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer.
And this island, and it's Destiny Island.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
No, but I don't think that's likely. Is it possible? Sure. At this point, anything's possible, but I don't think that's likely.
There's a non-zero chance.
Well, I'm saying.
That's crazy.
That's all that matters, is that it's a non-zero chance.
That's
if you asked me, if you said that a year ago, I would have said you're insane.
If you would have told me in 2018 that an event was going to happen in Fortnite that was canon to the Star Wars, like, analogy, I would
God!
be like, you're kidding.
Don't remind me. That was so dumb. Oh, why was that not?
The fact that happened is crazy. That's wild, dude.
It is, but yeah, no. I mean, I like I said, you told me that a year ago, I would have said you were insane. This year,
I say crazy because the whole Disney Fortnite thing, whatever that is going to be, we still don't know what the fuck that is exactly going to be.
But
not really.
I mean, they're making like a whole Disney universe inside.
Yeah, they're making
Fortnite.
like there's more than just like the collab skins for Fortnite. They are doing a whole ass thing that we don't really know a lot about.
It's going to be Sword Art Online, but we can go to Disney World.
Basically,
that's what it is.
Please
Kingdom Hearts.
The VR headset.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this whole collab thing that they're doing makes it so very realistic that Kingdom Hearts is in Fortnite in several capacities.
Hey guys, Fortnite's in Unreal Engine 5. Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to be in Unreal Engine 5. What if they just release Kingdom Hearts 4 inside Fortnite as a game mode?
No.
You know what's messed up is I thought about that. I thought about that earlier. I was like, dude,
at least it's better than Roblox.
I mean, I'm joking, but like at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You joke, but I'm absolutely certain that Epic Games would actually try something stupid like that.
I mean, I'll be honest. I'm expecting, we're going to have it go the same way. We're going to have Kingdom Hearts 4 on Epic before we get it on Steam.
I don't think so. I think Square is done with that.
Think so?
I think Square is done with that. They're going to release it everywhere at the same time.
That's Square. That's Square.
No, but
Disney has the deal.
But I accidentally deafened. Sorry. I was gonna say I can. When you're saying Disney, yeah, but like Square is releasing 7 Rebirth simultaneously on both.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
it's-
okay.
I know Disney
that's-
has the deal, but like that would be kind of dumb to do. I think.
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel like
yeah,
that
I
would
mean,
also
everything
like
do.
that sort of factors into the whole like Square trying to go away from. I know it's not console, but exclusivity, like console exclusivity.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah.
I feel
They're
like-
moving away from exclusivity.
Yeah,
They want to go
that-
full third party.
That's like they're sort of like dipping their toes into that if they end up doing that. So.
Well, I mean, the fact that they released the entire collection on Steam. I mean, no, they even said like the whole point of doing that was to
Melody
get.
of Memory.
Yeah, I don't know why
I'm
they didn't
still
release Melody of
confused about
Memory.
that. I don't get it.
They might have forgot about it.
I'm not genuinely like, did they just forget about Melody of Memory? Like,
I know
making a-
people were saying like, oh,
Everybody
licensing
forgot about
issues, but it's
Melody of
like,
Memory.
would it be licensing issues?
I have no idea. I'm a dead ass. I think they might have just forgot.
They're making a Melody of Memory remaster, guys, with KH3 graphics.
Okay.
How about we just get the reorchestrated versions of the tracks from the 1.5 and 2.5
I-
remixes instead of all the MIDI versions from the original games?
I
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
like KH2, KH3 Sora. I kind of like the
Yeah.
Sora in the old engine style.
It was so cool seeing KH3 Sora like that. I loved that part of that game.
I mean, let's be honest too. People just complain anyway. Like everybody hates the upscaled textures in the Steam ports.
I will say unrelated to, well, kind of unrelated. The
But is anything that was
scene,
stage related?
the modding scene for Melody of Memory is unironically like kind of cool. It's not like huge, but they have some really cool tools where you can do like literally entirely custom tracks in the game, and it's just like unappreciated, honestly.
I didn't even know that was
I
a
hope they
thing.
play Hot to Go.
Like,
I mean, I
shout
think-
out to I think Water KH was the one who made a lot of the tools for Melody of Memory, and
I
they're
mean, I
like,
think if
really
they were to
cool tools.
actually, I
Of
think if they were to
course,
actually release Melody of Memory on Steam, it would get a lot more traction.
Yeah, but
Of
still,
course, Water Cage did a bunch of the things. They're insane.
I know
Yeah.
he's crazy.
He's
Al-
wild.
Also, side note, I can't believe we unironically attended his wedding at Reconnect.
I know, right?
Like that was so random, but actually really cool.
And also, depending on when this out, be sure to check out Reconnect happening this year. Dallin, you know the dates.
gonna
Denver,
be there.
Colorado,
Donald's gonna be
July 11th through 13th.
I'm gonna
It
be
ends
there.
on
and Dolan's gonna be-
7/13.
So
Yeah.
if y'all are gonna be at Reconnect, come say hi to me and Dolan because we're gonna be there.
KHReconnect.com.
As
I would
was it
like
was it
to
Jedi
go.
or Stranger who said it in the chat? I ain't got no reason to be in Colorado.
That was
That was
Jedi.
Jedi. Yeah.
There was
Jedi and
it was
Stranger.
such an out of pocket line. I love it so much. I'm gonna use it from now on. I got no reason to be in Colorado.
No, I've got no business being in Colorado.
Is there a
well,
reason I
okay.
don't understand that? Like, is there?
No, you are not alone on that one, buddy.
Okay.
No, I
saw
was
that,
the same way. I was
what?
like, what do you mean by that?
I think it's just a dramatic way of saying he just doesn't have any family there.
Doesn't have any family.
Ah.
That doesn't
I was-
shouldn't
I
really
was just
be
like the way
spending the
he
money to
said
go
that.
up
I was just like,
there.
what's wrong with Colorado?
Yeah.
Like, is there
I mean,
something I don't know about though?
We're at,
It's
like,
it's like
an
I don't have
hour
any
and 10
business being in
minutes out that
Colorado. I
way.
was like, what's wrong with Colorado that I
It
don't
was
know
so out
about?
of pocket. It was beautiful. I love it. Jedi, when you hear this, it was fantastic.
That was
Yeah.
very
It's-
funny.
It is now the quote that you're most associated with.
So I will say, I'm gonna take Dolan's role as timekeeper. We've been doing this for over an hour.
Oh, I was literally just saying that when everyone was talking over me, but yeah.
Oh my god.
So I
So
would
we've
like
been doing
to
this for over an hour.
thank you, Clark. Anyway, I would like to ask: does anybody have any final thoughts before we go ahead and wrap this up?
This
Um,
drought is
at
making
risk-
me lose my mind.
I think we're all there, Finn. I think we're all there.
At the risk of being just as entirely wrong as I was last year, I do think we're seeing KH4 again this year.
All right,
hope
we've got
so.
like a
I
hard
hope
prediction.
I-
Do you want to give like a when, like when you think it's gonna happen, or are
Give
you
us
just gonna
an
say
exact
at
date.
some point this year?
Ideally, like I've been saying, with the Missing Link release date reveal, which I believe will happen in March, or by March. Worst
Okay.
case, toward the end of the year.
Okay, but you think it will happen at some point this year? We will see it
Yeah.
again.
I do believe we will see KH4 again at some point this year.
Okay.
I will say something a little less definitively. I believe we will definitely see Missing Link this year. That one I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
a bit more confident
Yeah.
in.
I would be genuinely concerned if we did not.
Yeah.
I-
I do generally believe that we will have Missing Link on our phones going at least into the summer or at the beginning of the summer. That is where I stand.
So here is my only take on Kingdom Hearts 4, whether or not we truly see it. And that is, if we do not see it this year, we will see it next year.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I think we'll see Kingdom Hearts 4 before we see Sora and not Fortnite. Wow. I was going to say something on brand for me. I was going to
Before
say
we see Sora
Lorcana.
and
I was going to say
Yeah.
before we saw Sora and Lorcana.
because
We'll
technically
see
Sora's
it.
already in WoW because there's a Kingdom Hearts Easter egg in World War.
Yeah.
But we'll see it before we'll get Smash 7, all swords all the time.
Yeah.
Here's my final question. So Sonic Movie 4 is coming out in 2027. Do we get Kingdom Hearts 4 or Sonic 4 first?
My God.
Hopefully Kingdom Hearts 4, but you know.
We'll get Half-Life 3.
But
before Kingdom Hearts 4.
Sonic is notoriously fast.
Sonic's got to butt heads with one thing every year. He's got butt heads with Kingdom Hearts 4 that year.
True.
No.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
He's got a
Alright,
3-0. He's
here-
got a
yeah,
3-0 win
here's-
streak.
Here's
Yeah.
the true thing. Kingdom Hearts 4 will have a release date. It'll be coming out. And how we will know is that they'll announce a new Horizon Zero Dawn, and it'll be that same date, but we won't know what's going to cover that date yet until we hear about Kingdom
Oh,
Hearts.
God.
Oh my God, yes.
Another
No.
remaster of the Horizon Zero Dawn remaster.
Horizon
They
Zero
would, wouldn't
Dawn.
they?
Horizon Forbidden West remastered. No.
No,
Remastered.
it's the
That's
Lego that's getting
happening.
remastered.
I'm pretty sure that's happening.
The
No.
Lego will get a remaster.
Yeah, the Lego Horizon remaster. There you go. Anyway, but no, my final prediction is I say there's about a 50-50 shot we actually see Kingdom Hearts 4 information this year. However, if we do not get it this year, the chances rise to 100% we will see it in 2026.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
I think we're right around the corner from it at any point in time.
Dude, I'm still in the camp. I think we could still see it released winter of 26, and then possibly it be delayed to
Copium.
early 27. It's
Copium.
very copium, but I'm still
Wait,
I'm still in that camp. I think.
Wait.
We love
Released-
copium in this house.
wait. Released winter 26 or
Like
early
beginning of next
2027?
year.
No,
Beginning
he
of
said
next
2020. No, he said 2026, 2027.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Like
Oh,
I'm
thanks.
saying
Christmas
summer
time
2026. Yeah. I'm saying summer 2026.
I think Dolan, you were in. I think you thought he was saying winter of this year or early.
That's
next
what
year.
I thought he was going to say.
Yeah, like
at first.
beginning of next
Oh,
year.
No,
But that's
no,
alright.
We've been going for too long. Our brain don't work.
No chance.
Yeah.
In before
Oh,
trailer tomorrow, release date January
Yeah.
5th,
Like
2026.
if that happens, I will make like Jared and eat a belt. Okay.
No,
I'll
you eat
send
a
you
full
my
ass
belt.
bell. Don't you damn sneak out of this one.
All right. Well, was a good discussion, I think.
That's our show.
We'll
Well, guys,
see you
I'll-
guys in 2026.
I'll get out of the studio now. Thanks for having me in here. Let me crash and everything. It was cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
thanks for
yeah.
coming.
Thanks for coming, boys.
Congrats
You do
again
have
on
to
winning the
pick up the
contest.
Lorcana card.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make sure to check out Chappy's series, Sketching Out Lorcana. It's breaking down the Disney Lorcana cards. It's cool. I don't know much about Lorcana, so I can't speak too much on that. But
I
go
just-
watch
yeah.
that.
That's it. I
What
just
do
yeah.
know, what
Yeah.
I do
We
know
love
about
you.
Lorcana is if they have a Kingdom Hearts pack, I'm buying it.
That's okay. I mean, this whole show is just yapping. Let's be real.
Yeah.
We are the most scuffed Kingdom Hearts podcast.
That's our brand. We
Exactly.
are the number one most scuffed podcast. We yap and we are wrong about things. That's our show.
Either that, or we're so far behind release schedule that we can edit around being wrong because the world will never know.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the last thing I will say is I'm hoping we have more to talk about this year
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
cool.
you know, this show took a long break there for us, because the drought really kicked in and we just ran out of topics. So let's hope there's more to talk about.
Ran out of
Sooner than
positive
later.
topics to talk about. Positive
Yeah.
topics. We didn't want to fuel anybody's rage towards lack of news, but I think we're all pretty much in assumption that we're going to have something this year, something to talk about this year.
Well, Missing
We're
Link
gonna-
for sure.
We'll get a
Missing Link
crumb
for
or
sure.
two. We'll get
Yeah.
a crumb.
Yeah,
Missing
yeah,
Link for
it-
sure. And when we get news, when we've got that in our hands, you best believe we're gonna be talking about it.
I
Yep.
know. I have a feeling the next Missing Link trailer will blow people's minds.
Yeah, I agree.
God, I can't wait for the blow people.
Oh God.
Oh,
Mark,
And with that, everybody,
Anyway.
thank you for watching or listening, whatever you do with a podcast. We'll see y'all next time. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later. Thanks to Chappy for stopping by. May your heart be your guiding key. Good night, everybody.
bye-bye.
Bye.
hi guys.
Dun da da da! Hi there! It's your trusty Chirithy, here to remind you to like, comment, and share this podcast with all your friends. Please remember to subscribe to the Keyblade Forge, join the Discord server, and visit the merch store at www.keybladeforge.com. Don't forget, your friends are your power, so make sure to pass this along. Until next time, may your heart be your guiding key.